Goal setting gives us this sense of direction, a sense of purpose. We've already decided where we want to go. And so having both short-term and long-term goals is really important to kind of give us that sense of which path we're on. So during this process, it's quite a paradox because having goals is great to give us this little sense of urgency, a level of healthy stress and healthy pressure, so that we are moving forward and we do feel driven towards the thing. But the thing about the thing is that we don't want to get too attached on a specific outcome. So it's quite a layered process because in the goal making, goal designing, goal visualizing process, we want to be specific, yes. It's about tuning into how I want to feel in the future. How do I want to feel? What kind of experiences do I want to have? How do I want to grow? What kind of person do I want to be in order to have these experiences? And all coming back to how I want to feel. So in your visions, in your dreams, in your journaling, this may look like a specific environment, a specific person, a specific home, travel destination, car, all of these things. So during the visualization process for the long-term goal, really important to have that specific so that you can get into the yummy feeling, not so that you're so attached to that particular car, house, person that you're kind of missing the journey along the way, because it's really about that also. Having an end goal isn't necessarily about the product, service, place, outcome, because often we find ourselves in a position of feeling it and like, oh my God, I'm feeling the way that I wanted to feel. I'm experiencing the things that I wanted to experience, but I didn't see them coming like this. So having the specific goals, amazing, but not being too attached on that specific outcome. So having a long-term goal can also feel really daunting. So that's why it's really, really important to break it down into smaller, manageable, measurable, and yes, specific steps that you can take. Because it gives you the level of achievement, gives you those infamous dopamine hits because you've achieved something, you've got your reward, you've done it. And remember to celebrate this too. We'll be talking about celebrating the wins, but celebrate on the inside. Yes, I did it. Even if it's the smallest milestone, you've still achieved. So celebrate that achievement, because that is also telling the mind, I'm doing it, I'm moving forward, I'm doing it. And it's really important to take that time to process and integrate the joy of doing it, no matter how small the step is. So important that we tell ourselves, the mind needs repetition. So it's really important that we tell ourselves how brilliant we are for doing the things that we really want to do. So how long's your timeline? Because this also is really important, is getting realistic. If you're anything like me, you think everything's about 20 minutes or I could get that done in 3 days. When the reality is, what other things need to happen around that? Are you allowing buffer time for challenges with technology, for example? Or giving yourself some space just to allow for things to change and flow? There's got to be flexibility in this. So being realistic about your timeline is really, really important. We often underestimate the amount of things that we can achieve in a year, in 3 years, and in 5 years. If you look back 12 months ago, you were different. If you look back 3 years ago, you've achieved so much. If you look back 5 years ago, your life was so different. So 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. How much is going to change for you? What other magic is possible? So getting clear on the long-term goal, yes. Brain dump all of that out. Get your vision board in place. Get all of the ideas, all of the things. Get that all out into a mind map brain dump. And then we're going to start refining that and really bringing that into some manageable sections so you're dedicated to moving forward just a little bit every day. So today's about really getting that long-term vision of, where do you want to be in 5 years? It's always a bit of an awkward question, but have a think, like, what have you done in the last 5 years, the last 3 years, the last year? Give yourself that time frame to get to where you really want to be in the future. And then we're going to start breaking it down into smaller, manageable chunks. Just remember, with goal setting, so important and beautiful to do so that you have the purpose, direction, clarity and structure, but not getting too attached to that specific item at the end. Because also, we're going to have an amazing journey through this next, say you have a 3-year plan, that 3 years, a lot's going to happen. You're going to meet new people, you're going to have new conversations, you're going to go to new places, and all of those things are going to open doors, which gives you the opportunity to decide and refine your direction. So it's all open to change, but it's really great to have the goals. Great paradox, huh?